In July, we collected about $97,000 in our business. And there was a time where I thought that was going to be literally fucking impossible and that I was never going to get there. And I thought this for a long time. You know, I had a fitness coaching business that I couldn't really scale past like 7K GBP. I tried, I consumed all the content. I had my fucking notifications coming on when Alex Hormozy uploaded something. I did it all, paid for all the mentorships. I did it all. But there was something fundamental that I was missing, okay? And that was simply the ability to sell, the ability to market. I was missing a deep underlying expertise of what I needed to say and the emotions that I needed to evoke in the people who are watching my content to get them over the line. And when I say over the line, I don't mean to press pay. I mean over the invisible line that exists inside the mind of every human being who you're ever going to try and sell to. That line is the threshold of trust. There is an invisible line that unless you are able to get yourself over inside the mind of the people you're trying to sell to, they will never buy from you. Okay? Now, you have numerous ways of crossing this threshold of trust. Producing good enough content for a long enough period of time. Showing strong enough social proof that means that your prospect thinks this guy really knows what he's doing. Or having celebrity level authority in your niche. All of those things, by the way, are achievable. But the easiest way to do it are the first two. Extremely strong social proof, and extremely good content. I just didn't know what extremely good content was. I thought by posting workout videos all the time, I thought by posting mumbo jumbo, I thought by posting these long inspirational reels that I would get people over the line and get them working with me. I was wrong. I was wrong because I was assuming what the market wanted to hear as opposed to doing what proper fucking marketers do and doing the market research so that I was acting off informed and leveraged information that told me what my clients were thinking. No shit. You can actually read your prospects' minds. How can you read your prospects' minds? Don't be so fucking ridiculous. No, you don't be so fucking ridiculous. Let me tell you a story. Let me put an imaginary image inside of your head. Imagine I own a dress shop, right? And I'm selling dresses to girls. And little devil taps on my shoulder and goes to me, "Hey, Hal, do you think it would be priceless for you to be able to read the mind of everyone who came into your shop considering to buy a dress?" And I'd go, "Fucking right, that'd be priceless." And he'll go, "Oh, I can tell you how to do that." And I'll go, "How?" And he'll go, "And actually, it's not a superpower, and it's something with a bit of fucking critical thinking you can do right now." And I go, "Tell me." And he goes, "Okay, do the people who come into your dress shop, do they all look the same?" Well, they don't all look the same. Well, are they all coming in for the same thing? Yeah, they're all coming in for the same thing. Okay, so if they're all coming in for the same thing, do you think they're all coming in predicated off similar reasons? Yeah, probably the sort of predispositions are roughly the same, which is what? Well, they want to look better. They need a dress for an occasion. Okay, well, they need a dress for an occasion. What occasions mostly are those dresses? Well, this is obviously a wedding dress shop, so everyone's coming in looking for a wedding. Okay, well, what are some emotions of people who are looking for a wedding? Well, they're obviously nervous, they're anxious, they want to get it right, it's their big day. They've probably got a load of different opinions from people who are coming in. Okay, and what sort of state is this leading to? Well, this is leading to a state where they probably need some reassurance. Can you see how very quickly, by identifying your ideal client profile, you can almost immediately identify the mental state that they're in when they come into your shop? But don't worry, you don't even have to fucking figure this out yourself. Go and use market research, okay? Use deep research on ChatGPT 4.0, put in a client information sheet, brain dump information about your client, put it into ChatGPT 4.0 and ask it to spit out market research about who your ideal client profile is, what objections they have and what beliefs need to be created in order for them to buy. If you do that and then you start producing content, you are going to fucking scale your business really, really, really quickly, because everyone else who posts content in your niche is likely missing the mark. They're not spending the first 4 hours of a 6-hour job cutting down a tree doing what? Sharpening the axe. But you are. I sharpen the axe for 5.5 fucking hours and then spend 30 minutes with timed, precise strokes to fell the tree. Because how can you get what you want from your prospects if you don't even know how to ask? How do you expect me to try and convince you to move forward on my mentorship program if I don't know what is going to get you to move forward? But I do know, because I spent the time doing the fucking market research, obsessing over the market research, obsessing over my ideal client profile, obsessing over my messaging. I want to know, and I am aiming to know, what you think about first thing in the morning when you're lying in bed awake at night, looking at the ceiling. What is a thought that's preventing you from going to sleep? Because these are all tools and variables that I can load into my arsenal to get you to buy from me. And you might think, well, how that's really fucking unethical. It would be unethical if that wasn't the very fucking process that I sold to people too. That's the exact system that we give people. Now, How did this conversation start off with me going, I can't believe I'm making so much money, and I never used to? It's because I tried so much harder, not really so much harder than I am now, but I tried equally as hard to grow my fitness business as I did now. I was also PTing at the time as well, in person. So I was juggling the fact that I was an in-person PT whilst trying to go an online coaching business. I was doing like 70 hours a week. I'm probably doing more than that now, but I'm earning considerably more money. Now I'm in a better vehicle. I'm selling a fucking service that I can warrant more money for to a fucking audience that's more in pain. And I was like, I just think surely no one is more in pain than people who hate how they look and want to get in shape. No, people who want to scale their business but don't know how are in the most pain. People who are losing money and seeing competitors who are less qualified than them scaling on social media are in more pain. And what we have for them is penicillin. We have a method of getting people over the line and to move forward on your service, with your service, that people just don't have. People don't understand how to communicate like us. They don't understand how to market like us. We know how to build systems that capture, convert, and pocket cash, right, from the attention of strangers. That's a fucking superpower. Your content will intrigue, your funnel will convince, and your sales call will convert. We will do everything for you in your business. All you have to do is show up to a sales call and press pay. And as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, was it an appropriate way to start this video by saying I'm just not too sure how we're making this much money? Because as I'm thinking about it and as I'm thinking about the strength of our offer and the problem that it solves, I can really say that, yeah, it is. What I can't believe is that I spent so long working on something, believing that I deserved a level of success that I just didn't deserve. Didn't deserve that at all when I was in fitness. The offer wasn't good enough. My proof wasn't good enough. The results wasn't good enough. And I tried to decide and create a demand in the market that didn't exist. You know what my offer was? Fuck. My offer was some utter bullshit, man. My offer was self-development through physical transformation. I tried to pitch to people that they should get in shape to make themselves feel better. I added so much friction to the process of getting people bought into the result that I was going to sell them, because I made them do mental gymnastics to try and fucking figure out what it was that I sold. When I should have just sold them was a hack on how to get in shape. Had I done my market research, I would have known that was how to position it. But I didn't. I hadn't done my market research. My results weren't good enough. I thought I knew what a great offer was, and I didn't understand the mechanisms of how to create a good offer. And as a result of that, I didn't do very well. I came into this business and I obsessed. I learned from my failures, and we've absolutely spanked it. But that is because I didn't try and decide to manufacture a level of demand for my service that didn't exist. We found a service with pre-existing history of intense demand and positioned our service in a way that other services in the space hadn't positioned themselves. And as a result of that, we've scaled incredibly quickly. Now, this is the start of our YouTube channel. We're going to keep posting on here, but the content's never really going to look too different from what it is now. It's going to be me or Kenny speaking to the camera in one way or another. And we're going to grow. We're going to grow just like we grow Instagram, just like we grow our Facebook ad strategy. We're going to grow. So do enjoy being along for the ride. I aim to share ethical, unethical, insanely leveraged, advantageous advice for you to position your service in a more attractive way to cold audiences online so that you pocket more cash. And yeah, it's good to have you along for the ride. So click subscribe. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Peace.